Well, they walk straight into the lion's den. Cutting someone off mid-thought, or during a question, is already bold. But doing it to Joe Rogan? Bad idea. Spoiler alert, it backfires. Joe doesn't exactly take interruptions lightly, especially not on his own turf. From Neil deGrasse Tyson to Steven Crowder, we're diving into some classic moments where guests learn that lesson the hard way. And yes, even Jamie found himself in the crossfire once. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.
You can just redirect a comet and get all the water you need, but
How far distant is that?
the comet's everywhere, dude. We're in a shooting gallery.
Yeah, that's not what I asked.
Oh,
How far away do you think it is before we could redirect?
How far
one?
away in time?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Because when ice melts, it takes up lower volume than it was when it became ice. And that's why pipes break.
I thought pipes break just because the water expands.
Yeah, I just described that in the opposite direction.
Oh, so because as it freezes it, but I didn't know it gets larger.
That's what expansion means. What
Right.
kind of what's with your vocabulary here? Whatever is your concept, the discoveries of astrophysicists bring you closer to it.
I get your perspective. Let me be the opposing view. They feel
No, I'm not trying
Right.
to.
No, I know you're not.
This is just information.
Okay.
This is information, and I walk out of the room.
Believe it or not, this wasn't Neil's first rodeo on the show, so you'd think he'd know the flow by now. But nope, his trademark habit of steamrolling the conversation was in full force. Yes, his scientific takes are intriguing, no doubt, but there's a limit to how much airtime one person can hog, especially when he's cutting it every 5 seconds like he's on a deadline. Joe's patience was wearing thin, and the vibe grew more uncomfortable by the minute.
I think the real problem too is I think it's
If you
incredibly
value
busy.
mountain climbing,
That's the thing about.
By the way,
water.
every
If you
glass-
drink
do you see
water,
this?
People's pee is in it.
that's correct.
How much of a
By the way, all
boon
the
to
glaciers are
society-
fresh water. Here's something that no one talks about. When the glaciers melt, where does the water go? Where does it go? Just tell me. You know the answer. Just
into the ocean.
back in the ocean. That's the map of dark matter in the universe. The
I've
three-dimensional
tried-
map.
I've tried to give that a shot.
No, we don't know what it is, so
Yeah.
don't worry about it if you don't understand
Yeah,
it.
but it's too goddamn confusing for me. I don't
No,
like
it's not confusing
loose
at all.
ends.
It's not. It's something out there that has 85% of the gravity of the universe, and we don't know what the hell it is.
That's not confusing.
It's not confusing. It's
If you don't know what the hell
Confusing.
it is, it's confusing by nature. When I've talked to other astrophysicists and scientists,
Wait, let me ask: are these conversations supposed to have a theme or a purpose, or is it just you sit there and just whatever comes to your head you send my
Who,
way?
you and me?
Yeah.
Well, clearly, it's just whatever comes to my
Okay,
head.
I don't know.
That is, if Joe even gets a chance to say what's on his mind. The comment section went savage on this episode. One viewer joked, "I feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson didn't let the guest speak much," while another added, "Imagine 2 Neil deGrasse Tysons in a room. It'd be a black hole of interruption. Neither one could talk, and they'd implode under the weight of their own nonstop commentary." Up next, Adam Curry, who made the bold move of cutting Joe off before he could even finish asking a question.
To have an Apple coin.
No,
and
that's-
you'd buy all Apple products with Apple phones, Apple iMacs, and
No.
you just invest in. What do you mean? No, hold please.
I'm gonna tell
Let
you
me-
what it
hold
is.
please. Let me finish. You let people invest in being a part of the company. So you buy coins, and through those coins, you can buy products, and you can invest a certain amount. And the coins go up, you actually make money. The coins go down, you lose money. And as the company keeps doing better, it's almost like another version of stocks or something. And you buy it all through that. Is that possible?
Possible.
Now that you heard me all the way through.
Sorry,
Is that possible?
it's a very bad habit
No,
I have.
that's okay.
It's- 'cause
You're just
I'm
excited to
such
talk.
I am. I'm a fucking know-it-all. I'm very
No,
excited
you're
about
smart.
it. That's
You're
it.
excited to talk.
If you're not familiar with the guy, he's literally the original podcaster. Some even call him the Podfather. He and Dave Weiner co-created a program called iPod, which allowed users to download internet radio broadcasts straight to their iPods. By the way, I couldn't help but notice, you haven't liked the video or subscribed yet. What are you waiting for? Now, I've got to give props to Adam for his quick recovery. He realized he was interrupting and immediately dialed it back. But nothing compares to the fiery exchange between Joe and Steven Crowder. It's hands down one of the show's most unforgettable moments.
True of people allowed to
Maybe
grow
it's
it
not
themselves.
necessarily true. I'll give you that. But I also think it's not necessarily true that the reason people can't smoke up is because Big Pharma is sitting somewhere, Martin Shkreli going, oh, let's make pot illegal.
Well, not that
That's
guy.
my only point.
But there are absolutely people who have lobbied, as we talked about how the prison guard union has lobbied to keep marijuana illegal. There's absolutely pharmaceutical companies have done the same thing. It was revealed in the WikiLeaks memos.
See, this is where I was saying don't care about
don't
this.
interrupt me. Where Hillary Clinton said that she's against marijuana in every sense of the word, right? You remember those
Trump's pretty
WikiLeaks
against it,
papers
too.
that came out?
Yeah.
Is he? He said he would leave it up to the states.
Yeah.
That's actually a constitutional approach.
But cannabis is one topic you really don't want to casually toss into a conversation with Joe Rogan unless you're fully prepared for a passionate, gloves-off debate. Joe's been outspoken about it for years, constantly highlighting its benefits and calling out what he sees as myths or double standards. His intensity on the subject is crystal clear, though at times it borders on defensive, especially when someone pushes back. And the second weed gets mentioned, you can almost see Joe winding up, ready to unload a barrage of facts and personal stories. But Crowder isn't the type to fold, and that's exactly what sparked this fiery exchange.
Colorado.
Yeah. But another thing that we just wrote about, and again, people get mad with the weed
Economics.
issue. Well, no. Traffic fatalities regarding marijuana have skyrocketed.
Google that because that's nonsense.
No, we wrote about it
drunk
a lot on
driving,
better.com.
drunk driving arrests have dropped. What do you mean you've? First of all,
No, I wrote about what the sources
first of
there,
all,
the original studies.
Just because someone gets in an accident and they're high,
See,
because hold on, stop.
No, hold on a second. This is
you
because you just
interrupt
want-
way too much.
No, no,
You need to stop.
you talk
hold
in
on
paragraphs.
a second. No. I don't talk in
Go ahead.
paragraphs. I make full points. If people are high a lot and the same amount of fatalities exist, but the people that get checked once they get into these accidents happen to be high, it does not necessarily mean that marijuana caused those fatalities. It could be that you have an increased incidence of people doing marijuana and altercations that could not have been avoided.
It could be.
It could be.
But the statistical change is measurable.
Well, what is
from
it?
pre and
You're
post.
talking about in Colorado.
In states where it's been decriminalized
Let's
or
go
legalized.
with Colorado.
And it kept going like that for a solid 10 minutes. The comments section lit up, with people roasting Joe and calling him an a-hole for how he handled it. Eventually, he posted a long apology on Instagram. Part of it read, "Well, this one went off the rails for a while. First of all, I genuinely like Steven as a person, and although I might not agree with him about everything, I think he's a good man. During the podcast, we got into the subject of marijuana, and by that time we, especially me, were quite a bit drunk and didn't exactly handle the conversation very well." He continued, "Judging by my personal level of regret after this reaction, I messed up. I take 100% responsibility for it going off the rails, and I'm truly sorry if it upset any of you who listen to or watch this. Personally, I don't think he needed to apologize, but it really shows the kind of character he has. And to wrap things up, let's talk about one of the rare times Jamie caught a stray. And yeah, it's kind of hilarious.
Turnout, Joe.
Huge
turnout. Gigantic.
turnout.
What's the number?
I'll pull them up for you right now.
It was 102 early.
Whoa.
And
I didn't vote because I thought too many people were voting.
get this.
Isn't the early vote more than all of the vote from
No, it was
Yes.
some years?
Yes,
some
that's what I was
years,
going to say. For Texas
How about
specifically.
you let him answer since he's the fucking expert?
You're looking at me.
Jamie's like, no.
For Texas specifically, yes. Texas passed the total number of votes in their pre-vote.
This one's from the End of the World #2 episode, which dropped just a day before the 2020 election. And honestly, Joe should never forget, Jamie had an A in physics and always laughed at his jokes when nobody else did. So yeah, put some respect on my guy's name. But hey, I'd love to hear what you think, so let's get the conversation going in the comments below. And if you want your friends to relive these epic moments, don't forget to share the video with them. Thanks a ton for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Waving hand.